right, welcome to part 2 of this Google Apps Script web app demonstration. In this part, I'm going to demonstrate how to activate some advanced services in AppScript. And then we're going to play around a little bit with the Google Classroom API. So I already have this deployed application, and let's go ahead and build on top of that. Right now, my list courses function does nothing but just return a string that says success. We want to actually return a list of courses. Though to do that, we need to access the API, the Classroom API. And to start, let's go to Advanced Google Services underneath Resources. And if we scroll down and look for this Classroom API, we're going to turn that on. And then you'll see at the bottom, these services must also be enabled in the Google API console. Follow that link. Don't be overwhelmed by the amount of things that are going to pop up onto the screen here. It's, for the most part, pretty simple. You'll see up here the name of my project, Classroom API Demo. And I'm just going to search for Classroom. And that should find it very simply. Click on that link and then enable here at the top. And once you've got that, you should be good. There's some then information here about how much you're using the API and whatnot, but we don't need any of that information right now. We've got the API already enabled. Perfect. API, Google Classroom API, done. Once you're back to AppScript, just click on OK, and then we're ready to start using that API. And because I enabled it before coding, I'll have access to some type ahead stuff that'll make everything a little bit easier for us. So now let's code out this function to basically get a list of courses that we are registered in or have on Google Classroom. I'm going to declare an optional arguments variable, and this is just going to be an object with the page size key, and we're going to set the page size to 10. I need to declare a response variable, and this is going to be where we call the Classroom API, classroom.courses, and there you can see some of that type ahead stuff. Here's the list. And we want to pass in optional arguments, it wants optional arguments. Let's just go ahead and, the name actually doesn't matter as long as you have this has to match this, what you're passing into the list method. You can call it anything you want though. So there's our response, and then let's call create a courses variable. And that's going to be response.courses. Now that's going to give us back an array. Actually, I think we can see that. Courses. And these square brackets mean it's going to be an array of courses. Now, we want to do an if statement here in order to if else. Because we're going to have a couple of different things here. If there are courses, then we want to loop through courses and return to app. But if there aren't, then we want to return no courses found. Okay? Very simple if-else statement, and I'm just going to type return, and I'll make this an array because I'm going to use an array in the application itself, but I'm just going to call it, say, no courses found. Perfect. And let's do return courses found. How many courses? So that length, perfect. Whoops. That autocomplete didn't help me there. Okay, courses found, space length. Let's just put a colon in there. And to make this a little bit, make a better conditional here. So if there are courses and the courses dot length is greater than 0, then we're going to just return that, or we're going to return no courses found. Save that, and we should be able to refresh this dev page and get courses found 1. Perfect. I am registered with 1 course, this Google Apps Script Masters course. Let's go ahead and keep making this better. I want to do all courses, and I'm going to make this an empty array. And then for every course that is found, I'm going to push it into the all courses array. So all courses dot push, and I want to say courses. No. Sorry, I need to loop first. Let's do just a simple for loop. Var I equals 0 for our incrementer. I is less than courses dot length. And then let's increment that I. Whoops. You should be familiar with for loops at this point. If not, I can provide plenty of resources for some basic JavaScript tutorials. So in the all courses, this is where I'm going to push the courses with the I in square brackets dot name. And then I'm going to add a little hyphen and add, again, I'm going to call this courses with the I incrementer in square brackets, and I'm going to do description. And close out that. And once that for loop is done, I'm going to return all courses. So now I'm either returning an array that says no courses found, or I'm returning an array, this array here, with the course name hyphen course description. And we can go ahead and refresh this page, and we'll see it in the dev tools. List courses, Google Apps Script Masters, a group for the masters of Google Apps Scripting. And that's all the information that you've got right here. So, just to kind of finish up what we've done here, we can go back into our with success handler where it's logging that to the console, and let's just go ahead and push every single one right into our unordered list. So we need to go document.getElement, elements, if I can spell correctly, element by ID, and we're going to call it courses, and we're going to set the inner HTML to an li tag with response. In fact, you know what? Because it's receiving the courses, let's just call it courses. Make everything as clear as possible. Courses, li courses, and then we're going to add a closing li tag. And that won't work unless I actually loop through, because this courses is going to be an array, so I actually have to do another for loop. And there are other ways you can do the looping here. I just think the for loop is very simple, clear. Courses, and this is going to be courses with that incrementer in it. Perfect. Close that out, and that should be all she wrote. Let's see, list courses. There we go, Google Apps Script Masters, a group for the masters of Google Apps Scripting. And here we've got a very basic web application. Now you'll notice that this is the dev link. If I change this to exec, I still have a running web application, but when I click list courses, I guess it did update. Perfect. Sometimes you might find that it's actually still running an old version of your application. So what you need to do is go back up to Publish, Deploy, and then send a new project version out there, and just click on Update, and that'll put your current application running at that URL. So please, if you like this video, subscribe. Let me know, comment, let me know what you think, and what else could an application with this Classroom API, what other things would be useful for you? Let's keep building stuff together. Cheers.